Hello again, and welcome back to another Forsaken video. I'm still working on the mixed bag skins new type video, but while that's in progress, I figured I'd do something that I already done, which is ranking. And today, I'll be ranking each survivor based on how strong they are across all the current maps. Because there are so many survivors and each has their own role and playstyle, this will be a multi-part series. And to start things off, I'm gonna start with the Survivalist, which includes Noob, 07 and 7, and 2-time before Rework. Do I have the experience to talk about this topic? Yes, I literally main Noob and Survivalist. Well, except 2-time, but you already know how you play 2-time in the first place, right? Also, quick reminder, this is all my opinion, and yes, I literally played 2-time just for this video. So, you better hit that like button and subscribe. Okay, first off, let me explain the ranking system. I'm going to use 4 tiers to rank them. 1. Strong in early game and last man standing, which is the highest tier. 2. Strong in early game, good LMS, which is the second tier. 3. Okay in early game, weak in LMS, which is the third tier. And finally, number 4 and last one, weak in both early game and last man standing, or just struggles in both early game and last man standing. So, with that out of the way, let's start with the first map. Okay, 07 and 7 is a really strong survivalist on this map, both in the early game and especially when he's the last man standing. The abundance of walls and corners makes it easy for him to break line of sight and hide from the killers. His clone ability can even trick experienced killers, especially if you time it well and sell the acting. After activating his clone, he gets undetectable, meaning the killer won't be able to see or hear him for a short time. If you time the clone correctly, it becomes incredibly hard for the killer to track you down on last man standing. Combine that with his cool GUI, if you time it correctly too, for quick escapes, and if you got a top tier here. And now we got Noob. I was so close to putting Noob in the top tier, but here's the thing. Cool Carnival doesn't have like a pretty big long loops for them to fully use their colas, because it's actually gonna take them a while to use them, and because of that, they start to fall off in last man standing if the killer is really good, which is I'm basing off. That said, they're still very solid in the early game, whether you're playing solo or supporting your team using the Slate Skin Potion. And surprised to see 2-time there? Yeah, I know, surprisingly, I'm completely trashing 2-time. But don't get your hopes up, 2-time aim, Dale still sucks, no matter how many times you're gonna try to convince me. They tried to play like 07 and 7 LMS, but without any way to become undetectable or confuse the killer, you're basically playing without a gimmick. At best, they work as a one-time meat shield, and that's about it.
What the fuck? No!
This map might just be 07 and 7's wet dream. Sure, the sheer number of trees and walls can be annoying since they block your vision, but for 07 and 7, that's exactly what they need. The visual clutter helps sell their clone ability even more convincingly. In last man standing, this map becomes their playground. It's huge, full of hiding spots, and if you play smart with their abilities, 07 and 7 can literally win for free here. Noob faces the same, if not worse, problem here as in Cool Carnival. There just aren't enough long loops for them to fully utilize their sodas. While the trees and walls can offer cover, they also make it risky, like you might get stuck or cornered. It's a classic double-edged sword. Like, they can make it work, but it's far from ideal. Like, they are still strong in early game and last man standing, but it's literally far from ideal. 2-time. Okay, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. 2-time absolutely sucks on this map. They're just a dead weight here. Even experienced killers know to leave them for last because they're so weak in last man standing. You could try using them as a one-time meat shield, but honestly, that's basically the same in Cool Carnival, but a lot worse because, you know, the trees and walls just blocks you. Killers will just ignore them. There's no real upside to picking them here. It's just cock and ball torture if you ask me. Okay, the Noob absolutely dominates here, both in early game and especially in last man standing. Their sodas are perfect for escaping danger, and if you're using the Slate Skin, those potions become a reliable wall to tank hits for your team. In last man standing, Noob really shines. Grab at least a normal Bloxy Cola from the map, use your Ghost Burger, then sprint up to the castle or high ground from there. Just loop the killer with your cola until the round ends. It's kind of unfair how effective they are here, and if you main noob, like, you really know how to easily juke killers, right? Up next we got 07 and 7. Now at first glance this map looks great for him, plenty of places to break line of sight, and the spawn areas are super convenient for cool GUI teleports. But in practice, I find it not so much. Once killer starts memorizing his common teleport spots, like the castle and the building materials area, it becomes a lot easier to track and catch them. Still usable, but definitely a bit riskier than noob. Yeah. 2-time. Okay, I actually found a use for 2-time here. Thanks to their second life passive, they can block cool kids incoming dash on the castle ramp. And that's it. After that moment of usefulness, they go right back to struggling in last man standing. Yeah, it's a specific niche, but hey, at least it's something, I guess. Yeah, no, also N7 absolutely dominates this map if you know how to play him right. It's big, packed with hiding spots, and has tons of walls and corners to break line of sight, making his clones super convincing. Like, seriously, what more could you ask for? This is prime 07 and 7 territory. The map does half the work for you. Just get a cola and just the juke and fool the killer. Like, again, best map for 07 and 7. Okay, up next we got Noob. I would rank Noob higher here, but the bridges are almost a death trap. Killer can just ignore the poison link and cut you off while you start crossing, or just hit you while you are crossing. Still, if Noob has a decent lead or enough distance, they can easily win thanks to the cola, especially if they got their colas ready again. It's all about positioning, mess that up, and you're practically done, but mistakes aren't that big here. 2-time. Hey, look at that, another use for 2-time's second life passive. They can block cool kids dash on the bridge. You know little by now, that's pretty much their one moment of usefulness. After that, they go back to struggle like usual. Okay, both 07 and 7 and Noob perform really well on this map. There are tons of rooms to run into, plenty of corners to break line of sight, and overall a lot of opportunities to use their abilities effectively. For Noob, this means easier dukes and smart sort of plays. For 07 and 7, it means more convincing clones, setups, and smoother escapes with cool GUI. They're both solid picks in early game and last man standing here. 2-time. I mean, if you manage to find a Bloxy Cola and a medkit, you can kind of play like Noob, but with a way more limited resources in last man standing. And sure, in the early game, you can still be the classic one-time body shield, but after that, you're basically back to being a dead weight. Not the worst map for them, but far from good. Okay, this map is basically a test of stamina, pathing, and resource management. There are no boost items here, no Bloxy Cola, no medkits. Actually, scratch the resource management because there is no resources at all in Glasshouse. So, Noob having a slightly nerfed version of Cola with their mini Bloxy Cola is a huge advantage. If you use it right, it's basically a ticket to survival. With so few hiding spots on the map, any mobility boost becomes even more valuable, and Noob got that edge. 07 kind of struggles here, especially in last man standing. Now, he is not that weak in early game and last man standing, so he's actually pretty good, but like, this map is just not for him. Around 80% of the map is wide open, so there aren't many chances to break line of sight or set up convincing clone baits. He can still try, but you're gonna need to be very creative and very lucky that the killer actually falls for your bait. 2-time just fucking dies here. Early game or last man standing, they struggle 24/7. There's no real utility to fall back on, no special advantage they can lean into. They just die. Okay, so while I was working on this video, The devs actually disable Ultimate Assassin's Crown, and I don't know why, but I do have lots of experience playing it, so okay, surprisingly, Survivalist is kind of bad in this map. Oh 07 and 7 and Noob, like, the map is kind of close, but in the same time wide too. The hiding spots are good, but like, I'm pretty sure all of you remember how disastrous that hiding place is. So yeah, they kind of falls off in early game and both last man standing. For two time, I mean, nope, just two time. You definitely know how he plays here. Alright, and that's gonna wrap up our first episode on ranking each survivor on each map. And I'm not gonna lie, if they gonna add more maps, which they will probably do. I mean, they will do. And I'm probably gonna redo this series again, all over again. So in the meantime, thank you all for watching. And like and subscribe for more videos like this, or maybe different videos on different games like Battlecats or stuff in Roblox in general. And I'll see you all on my next video. And remember, this is all my opinion, and I am here just for fun and laughs. Goodbye.